Sheesh, the load times. Hello everyone, I am High Treason and welcome back to Let's Play The Long Drive. Oil, got loads. We are in part 83. I'm going to write that down ready for when we get to the end of this part. We could see the end of the road in this part, as realistically we are already past 5,000k if we include what the alien ship, we travelled in. Just probably at least 100k or something, probably, I'm not sure. But we are driving again, and this could be it this time. I don't think it will be. I think we'll have at least one more part to go, but I could be mistaken. Like I say, once you get this far, you just don't know. We're at 717, so we call that 720, and so our target distance for this one is 770. Actually, shit, 777, we'll probably pass by that. Oh great, night time's coming. We're going to be careful on driving right now, as we know. It's funny how we've been careful and we're just knocking out these massive distances. Maybe this part will be an exception. The terrain might go fully gnarled on us in this one. Okay, stop the car. There we go. Sleep the night. What the fuck was that? So it just went bang inside my wall. God, I hope there's not mices in here. This neighbourhood always has a problem with them, and all the houses are connected together, so if you get like one house that has mouses, none of the neighbours kill them. It's only me who will kill them, so they're very hard to get rid of. Wow, that rock didn't have collision on. We were lucky though. Man, this ain't too easy to drive on. Guard tower. Every time we see any building type now, it could be the last. That looks like the mother of all mountains. I told you what was going to happen, didn't I? I predicted it. I did predict it. I don't go too fast on this just because it's so bumpy. We could go over one of these little humps and hit a rock and kill the car or kill ourselves, and I've got all this way without really dying. Like, the only times I've died has been to glitches, hasn't it? And I suppose you could count faffing about with the radio tower, but that was off the clock, so I don't count that. Like, we weren't playing the game then, we weren't, progressing. That was off the clock, that wasn't part of it, so yeah, we haven't actually died. I mean, it's okay for that other dude to classify it that way, I guess, so if it's good enough for everyone else, it's good enough for me. Nah, my standard's a bit higher. We certainly haven't been raboided. Not stopping here, I just want to see what they've got in. Oh, 2102. Kadoosh, kadoosh. Where's the kadoosh? There's the kadoosh. Yeah, it's a bit hard to drive on this, isn't it? I told you the terrain was going to gnarl on us. Ugh. My poor car. I want my green car back, man. It had a smell to it and everything, that car. I don't know what it was. That car was just special. There was just something special about that one. I quite like this one, actually. I don't like it as much as the green one, but I do quite like it. The Blobbymobile I didn't really feel so attached to. But the nipple bell end I do. It's not as special as the green one, but it's still a bit of a special car to me, this. Just because it's kind of similar in that we picked it up as a temp car, and it's going to end up conquering big things. The green car took us past the 1,000k by a hell of a way. I'm sure we were under 1,000k when we got there. Because I know we only did like 2 parts with the truck, and we were like 700 something at that point, and that truck, there's no way that was making massive distances. Oh man, the driving really has gotten tougher here. I don't want to drive into that, thank you very much. I do think we are going up that mountain. It is looking that way, isn't it? It is very much looking that way. That is convenient that there's a boat there. It's like, hey, do you need any fuel before you embark on the end of the journey? I do not. But thanks for asking. There's a double tower up there. The road might go through those. I'm not sure. It might snake along the bottom of the mountain, but I doubt it because I think it'll be going back on itself. That's going to be a hard one. Check the car, make sure we didn't snap the bumper off. We didn't. Okay, we can foot down on the gas now. We shouldn't need a brake pedal. So we're going uphill. Looks like it's going to be a big one. This is, I think, going to be a big one. I don't know if this will be the last mountain, but I think we're close to it. That's the vibe I get, is we're going to have a big fucking climb, and then there's going to be a big, gnarly downhill, and then we'll get somewhat level land. It might be a bit wavy, but it'll be, you know, it might not be a total flat land, but it might be wavy, and then we just get the end of the road. Fucking hell. Yeah, this does look like slide down it road. My draw distance is not very high. It just can't be. I don't have the power to do it. Wow, it's a weird colour here. Do you think a spaceship landed on this cycle? We haven't seen the alien birds in a while. I wonder if we're just going to get this barrage of them rushing to come get us. Fucking hell, that is crazy. I like that view. That is... No, don't stop there. I'm sorry, my fucking... Oh no. Handbrake. Will we slide if I try and walk on this? I wonder if he has changed that. I don't know, it feels like I'm on the edge of slipping. Oh, don't do that. I knew that was going to happen. I fucking knew it. It takes about 2 minutes to load from the title screen now. No! Shit. Let's get as many revs on as we can. Let go of the clutch. Let the brake off. Bit of wheel spin. We're off. We got it. Man, we're having to use the controls now. We've come all this way. All this way. It's weird how... You know, how there's less stuff and the way the dark comes through the road. I actually like how the dark comes through the road, but it does make this sort of far part of the world feel much like less travelled, like it's just nobody comes here. You know, people maybe come to the bit that we start out in. There's probably other people using that bit. But this area, you know, when you get out here, it does just feel really, really sort of isolated and lonely. Like, it just feels like this bit of the world's neglected. Like, we might be the first people in it in a long time. It's a completely different vibe out here. Ah, shit. What did I figure? Okay. I was just doing some math in my head, don't worry. For a moment I thought we'd nearly used all our time up, but then I realised I was miscalculating and we actually have plenty of time left. So we should be 4978k, like from the start on the world counter now. Wow, we're actually going to get a snow biome. 4978. Come on! It's going to take this car everything. If we took that Plymouth, we might have got up here. Then again, it would have probably just spun its wheels the whole time. I do think we did the right thing taking this car. Like, not taking that Plymouth. I do think we would have been in trouble if we'd taken that. And I could see it breaking on us, as losing things that we're just not going to be able to fix out here. And at this point I am determined to get a car that is complete to the end of the road. I don't want a single piece missing on this. Wow, it has taken us a long time to do 1 kilometre. The road's levelled out a bit now, maybe we can start putting some distance down again. Okay, 7-9. Oh, man. You really can't drive that fucking quick, can you? Okay, 49.80. 49.80. Jeez, man. We are pushing it now. The road certainly goes over this fucking hill. This mountain on a mountain. I'm not stopping at the gas station. Let's go as fast as we can. Let's go as fast as we can. Push. Sorry, car, but you are going to get a few beatings. There's just not really much we can do with the condition the terrain's in. Poor car. It was meant to do us just until we could find another one, and it has had to take on the end game, and that's no mean feat. In early versions of the game, I suppose there weren't so many cars, and you just had to do it with whatever. I mean, I would bring a Skoda out here, but I would feel bad for it because it's just such a dinky little car, you know. Hey, the Skoda we had, we conquered mountains in that Skoda. That was not a bad car. Slow down. There is a magic speed where you will just sort of over it without bottoming out, but it's quite dangerous because if one of the corners does dig in, you are flipping the ass in the air and destroying the car, and obviously you don't really want to be doing that. Yeah, it is a little bit scary up here, I'm not kidding you, you know. I'm not going to bullshit and blag. I'm going to tell you this is a little bit, like, this is what you want to be scared of, is not the rabbits, but the road. The road will kill you. We are going to be riding our brake pedal all the way down. We could floor it, but might do for a second here. Okay, well, we're going to brake hard and try not to spin out, because I need less speed than this, really. Even this, I feel like I'm pushing it a little bit in places. There the terrain is. I can't brake much harder or we're going to start skidding. But we're losing speed quite slowly here. I'm going to lose as much as I can before we go on this bit. It'll try and sit on 80, but it'll probably start running up a bit. Brakes wouldn't like this in real life. They would be glowing red by now, but this is what worries me. We've got shit like this. Do what I can, but I don't want to cock it up now. You know, I'm sorry if you think I'm slacking. I had to brake hard there, and the speed was still coming on. Good God, this is going to kill my car. Oh, that's a rock. Now, do you see why we don't go fast? I will get the car there in one piece, I'm not joking. I don't care how long it takes, I'm going to do it. Right, let's not go off the side. I could probably have made that time, but... Forward, forward. Come on, there we go. I mean, do you want to go fast on this? You do it. You play the game. You drive full pelt on this. Tell me how you fucking come out of it. Tell me how many times you crash. I mean, that was a rock we could clearly see and we still hit it because you can't control the car when it's in the air. It's in the air. There's no traction, no friction, no braking force, no steering force. You're just in the air. You're going where you're going. This is potentially quite dangerous. We ain't stopping in there. Got to keep it below 100k. I'm going to say we're going to hit. There's nothing I can do. You know, you can give me some bullshit. Oh, you fucking you coward, and yeah, maybe. But at the end of the day, I gotta get my fucking car there, you know? Was that something behind there, or is that just part of the car? That's just part of the car. Okay, well, we haven't lost anything else, so we're gonna get out. I'm gonna put that back on. Sure, I lost another one, but I didn't. Get back in. Was that something back there? Yeah, progress may not be as quick here. It's just, like I said, the road's rough. There's not really a lot we can do. We can just work with what we're given, and what we're given is a pretty hard time at this stage. Okay, I don't see anything else missing. I didn't notice anything else missing. We have all mirrors, all hubcaps. Actually looking forward to the uphill bit. Okay, I'll hammer it a bit here. I think we should be alright here. This is pretty flat. It's going to start leaning uphill. So we should be alright as long as we're not too silly. Don't like this bit. Night's coming. Okay, we should have weight in the lower bit before we go uphill, so I've got momentum to start going up. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be that steep again. Oh, good God, man, this is hard. It's not like really, really hard, but I have to concentrate on what I'm doing here. Come on. Don't kill my car now. We've made it this far, we can make it the rest of the way. It's going to be using my fuel, this. We're about 49.90, 49.89 k out at this stage, so we'll just say 49.90. No night driving on this bit of road. I'll even see where I'm going on this. I can turn my lights on, but because of the angles involved, they aren't going to be that much help. It's weird how the light indicator thing, you know, it reflects on the hood and there's occasionally like grey. Okay, we're going to sleep this night off. Probably going to get aliens now. I mean, I just assume that there'll be a last alien bird or two rushing their way to the end because they know we're so close and they don't want to miss out. That ticket machine I left at home's going to be empty. Wow, it's green back there. Not when we look through that. Fucking hell, man. That is just scary looking, isn't it? Past 49.90. We should just be able to about make target distance, but it's, I think, going to be a bit tougher than usual. We might be a bit tight on it on this one. Because of the terrain. The terrain is not friendly here. Take this opportunity to roll a smoke while we're climbing up a hill. I think it's going to level out in a second. Probably got a bit more uphilling to do though. Little dinky rabbits. I don't know why they get small out here. Yeah, it looks like the road's going to give us a bit more, maybe. I finished rolling my cigarette yet. I can't really go. Terrain loading is making it a bit difficult to track where we're going to end up going. We are getting there. We are getting there piece by piece by piece. Is it going to level out? There's another mountain over there. Looks like. It's a blind dip, that's another blind dip, that's another one. Pretty extreme gradients here, isn't there? This is what I want to watch out for, because if the car's bouncing about, you might not be able to slow down and steer out the way of things like that rock. We've come all this way. We don't want to piss it away, you know. We'll go careful. Still doing a decent pace. We're not exactly super slow. There's been a couple of incidents. There hasn't been an accident as such. Just a couple of things fell off, minor things. We put them back on. Got to be careful, because if they come off with any real speed, they could have gone rolling down the mountain, you know. God, that's just like a wall in the distance. So what is this, 2 mountains down? What did I say, 3 or 4 mountains probably? Brave going a bit quicker here. Oof. See, that's what you don't want, that's dangerous. A little bit of danger is not bad, you know, like I say, you gotta perk fate once or twice, but just don't want my car running away down something like this. Brake pretty hard there, because that will knock us about. And I'm not talking as much, but I do have to concentrate on this, believe it or not. Like, it is substantially harder to drive on this than normal road. Okay, we'll go quick for a little while here. Might live to regret it. Then we'll start braking, because I can't see what's at the top just as well. No rock there, but again, we don't know that, and if there is one, that's precisely what we're trying to avoid, you know. You can see the road continues up there. We're about to break another 1,000, probably about as we... No, it'll be a bit farther. Maybe. Oof. Come on. Okay. I'm not going to stop there, but that building is about... Here we go, hang on. Oh shit. Oh wait, when did I lose the glove box? I checked that when we stopped before. But I'm not going to be upset if we're missing that, but... Oh fuck, we lost the trunk lid. Did we lose anything else? Well, I've got to earn it, because it was my own stupid fault. I might not like it. What? No, not aliens, not now. Well, I don't know if we can find out. It's a glove box piece. I'm not really gonna cry over losing it, but maybe we'll go in that building and see if we can find... Don't do that now! It's not that we're liable to kill ourselves. It might be in the car, it might bounce its way out. There it is. I was going to go and have a look in that building if I hadn't found it, but I found it. It actually looks unclean, doesn't it? Here, let's clean it up. Last minute maintenance here. Why not? I don't know if that's working or not. Yeah, it's the best you're going to get. That's better. It doesn't match, does it? Someone's replaced that before. It's only had a single lady owner. I asked, you know, well, if she's single, can I get a number? And they said, no. Well, yeah, but her husband won't like it. Well, you said she was single. Can you make your mind up? Don't know why the engine stopped. It was dead on as we went over 5,000. Serious turn, serious turn, serious turn. Well, we ain't stopping for fuel again, I don't think. Oil we might have to worry about if we're going to be climbing up all this shit. So, I mean, that is going to be... Yeah, just do it all again, why not? That is going to be sapping power off us. And I don't want power sapped. I want as much power as I can have to get up here. Should be only this or one more mountain most likely. I don't think there should be that much more of this. Or even if there's more, they should calm the fuck down a bit. Unless it just gives us like a really, really tough one. Okay, be brave here. Be brave here. Doesn't feel right all of a sudden. I'm sure it's just the road, because it's probably... You know, there's probably like sub-pixels of fucking terrain that the wheels think they're hitting. And so the handling's constantly flitting between tarmac and fucking sand. I will be in disbelief if this is another snow biome, because they really are common and we just seem to have had loads of them in recent times. It does look like it, doesn't it? Imagine if the road ended in a snow biome. That would be pretty cool. So there's a far way to go yet. But like I said, we are now past 5,000. We should be at about 5003 on the world counter in the save menu. And we only have about 13k to go before we've done the target distance for this episode, so we're on track. It's not been easy, but it's not been impossibly hard either. You know, it's just been challenging. It's been tough. It's been tough fucking titties. We'll fucking get there. We are so close now. We are so ridiculously close. We can practically smell it. It'd be a good vantage point to get the binocs out. We do have them. Should we do it just for fun? When the road carves off down there, yeah, we're just going to do this now. Just for... Do I not have them? I don't think I have them anymore. I must have not taken those. Oh well, I guess we won't do that then. They were probably in the glove box in some car and I forgot to bring them with me. It's fine. Don't need them. Because all we would have seen is that the road just goes on as far as the game's going to bother drawing it anyway. We only have a 5k draw distance on this, so... It can go up a lot farther, it can go up quite ridiculously far, but... Yeah, not on my PC, like not when I'm recording. I can time it up to about 10-15 I think when I'm not recording, but when I'm recording it stays on 5, because otherwise it's just not a fluent experience. Frame rate's still holding up a lot better though, like than it did the last time I came out to Road's End. We actually dipped into 50 though. We are dipping down in the 20s a lot more often though. It's not totally stable, is it? I mean, you don't really notice when you're playing so much. I mean, I'm an old timer at this, you know. So to me, like 15 frames a second in a game is like, oh, this is alright. You know, I'm used to having to play on woefully under-spec hardware because it was all I could afford, and it was just like novel to be able to get a game to run on it. So it's been well into double-figure frames a second like this. I'm perfectly alright with this. This is comfortable to me. Some people want fucking 60 all the time, or 120 all the time, or probably even more on LCD screens that don't go that fast, so it's pointless. I mean, I run 120 Hz on my CRT, not because it really improves anything. Like, yeah, CRTs are fast enough to do it, but I mostly just do it because I can. You know, just to sort of rub it in the face of these people. Like, well, you know, I can do this in the 90s already. I don't know what you're getting so excited about. Well, we're doing speeds again. 5k to go until we're on target distance. We should have time. Road's bashing us about a lot though. Fucking hell, it's not a good fucking bit of road this. It feels almost like my car's missing a wheel, the way that front left corner keeps like bouncing down. We're not missing a wheel, it would be making certain noises if we were. And we'll be handling a certain way that is different to what we are experiencing, but I expect soon us to run into, you know, the gnarly down roads that I figured we should get. It's like the terrain, I guess, kind of crushes up like at each end of the line. So we'll travel a bit faster here. It's fucking grass biome though. I hate grass biome. If the road ends on a grass biome, I will actually be annoyed. Like, I will actually, like, get pissed at it. We have broke the magic number, that's for sure. We are beyond 5,000 k's down this road now, from where we started. It's a long way. It's 3,000 miles. Like, you know, I could go from my house to Cyprus and halfway back on that kind of distance. It's pretty crazy. Okay, now we're being silly. Slow down. We don't want to fuck up the car. We've had a couple of near misses in this episode, and I don't need to be asking for more trouble. Time check. Okay, I might have pushed it too much farther. We are going to be a bit tighter on time on this one, but we're pretty much there now. That's target distance is reached. So we have done the minimum that I allot myself for this part, unless I've mathed wrong, but I don't think I have. I'll try and get another 10k out. Of course, we could run out of road. Any moment we could run out of road. I still don't think we will yet. There's a weird bit of flickery went on there. But we could, you know, there's no reason now that the road should ever keep going beyond any point. Any second it could just stop. And we'll just be running off into the desert. It definitely turns there. It sort of looks like it ends there, but it turns and goes off that way, it looks like. Maybe it is the end. I don't think so though. I really don't. I expect it to go for at least another 70k from this point. Well, maybe not. Who knows? Like I say, the only way you ever know is to drive down it. It's like in life, the only way you know what's going to happen. Unfortunately, there's no... Why do I have this persistent flickering just in front of me? It's so fast, I don't know if you'll see that. That might not get caught by the lower frame rate of the recording. But yeah, it's like in life, there's no safe way to know what's going to happen. You can't just run a simulation to see if it'll turn out the way you want it to. You know, all you can do is go down the path yourself and see where it leads. You don't get nowhere if you don't take risks. People have a weird mentality lately. I've been in conversations with people lately where it's really weird to me, their worldview, where they just sort of seem to feel like everything should be done for them in that regard, that everything should be kind of pre-fucking set for them. It should all be safe and risk-free, and it's like, you know, that's not life. You can't have that. And it's boring. I wouldn't want that. You know, I like the element of risk. I enjoy that. That's part of being alive, you know. And it makes it so much more rewarding when it doesn't all go to shit. Like, you try things and more often than not it'll go to shit, but you use that as You know, what can I learn from this? And when finally that one time it goes right, it might not even be something big, but that one time it goes right, you start being like, hey, you know, that actually feels fucking good. Like, I did that. I made that happen. You know? It'd be boring if everything was just like, you know, oh, this is free from the government. Your life in 7 easy steps or whatever. Like, fucking hell, man. No. No, that would suck so bad. Like, what would even be the point? I'd just kill myself if that was, because there would be no point. Like, I would just, you know what, maybe not kill myself, but I'd certainly, like, just want to go to sleep, like, forever, you know, like, nah, there's no point, like, now, you've removed the fun, like, just leave me to do my fucking thing, even when it's the wrong thing. I will learn the hard way that it's the wrong thing if that's what I have to do. You know? They don't accept responsibility, these people, though. That's the thing. Where I'm doing that, it's like I'm essentially saying I'm responsible for what I've done. I accept that, even when it's, like, gone wrong and I've done something stupid or something shitty. I made it happen. I'm fine saying that. Yeah, I fucked up. Yeah, I did something stupid. Yeah, I look like a fucking idiot. Totally, that's what I did. I'm going to try and improve myself from there. And these people always just seem to offload responsibility on someone else. Oh, well, it's this, it's that, it's that. It's like, do you not have any agency? You know, it's almost like, well, you can't help it. It's like, of course you fucking can. Who's controlling your actions and your emotions? Fucking you, or it should be. Someone else isn't responsible for those. I wouldn't want somebody else to be responsible for mine. That's fucking infantilizing. You know, that's just lie there, wear fucking nappies, eat, piss, shit, sleep, and nothing else. Like, you know, some authority figure will decide for you, will take responsibility for all this shit. No, get bent. I'm responsible for what I do. I don't want it. Oh, fuck off. These people they're not even children, they're like infants, really, with that approach. Like, even children, like young children usually learn they have their own agency, they'll make their own decisions and can be taught pretty early about responsibility and, like, you know, earning what they've done. Now, when I was little, I used to do it, you know, I think I said in earlier parts where I would turn around even when I'd done something wrong and be like, yeah, it was me. I did that, you know. Yeah, I know it was wrong. Yeah, I know it was stupid. I'm not sorry. I'm not going to lie to you and say I'm sorry, because I think lying to people's wrong. I don't do that. I'd rather you just got annoyed with me for not being sorry, you know. This is not on my conscience. And that's me steering myself, you know. That's me basically taking the way I think and feel and act and dragging it outside and kicking it around and beating it into submission, and I am in control. Me. You know, that's not on anyone else, that's on me. Now, I know why that was stupid and wrong, and I won't do it again, but I'm not sorry about it, you know. And if I was sorry, obviously I'd say I was. But again, you know, this is my point. Like, how old are these people mentally? Or everything is someone else's responsibility. Oh, that's, you know, a teacher's responsibility. Oh, that's a state's responsibility. Oh, that's a fucking doctor's responsibility. Well, bugger it is. It's you're making the decision, so it's yours. You put yourself in, like, whatever situation. You chose the actions you were doing. Oh, you got no money. Oh, well, you know, maybe you put yourself in that spot. Like, you know, you can always find money. Not necessarily a lot, but you can always get a little bit. So if you have none at all, that suggests that, yeah, maybe you fucked up somewhere. You know, maybe you need to look at why and stop being like, well, the fucking, you know, that dickhead, like, from 20 years ago said this to me once. It's like, no, you know, you might end up temporarily in a shit spot because of some dickhead. Your boss kicked you out of your job when he had no good reason or something. But you can come back from that. No one said it was going to be easy. But if you just sit on your arse and expect someone else to fix it for you, then it's your fault. You can't just expect someone to just show up out the blue and be like, I will fix everything for... No, you gotta go and try and do that yourself, and you'll probably fail about 100 fucking times, and it's gonna suck ass. But that's all you can do. That's on you, that ain't on someone else. I know it's hard to find motivation to do things sometimes, you know, it's... Like I said, life's not easy, and it will try and make itself harder, because the harder it gets, the more you will feel, I can't be fucking bothered, I'm just gonna fucking sit here. And then the more you feel like that, the more that your brain's just gonna be like, oh, I'll just keep doing that, that seems to work, but it doesn't. And it's just gonna get worse, and it's very easy to fall into that trap. I've been there, I've done it. It's not a good fucking place to be. And I do pity anyone who's in that spot. But at the same time, you know, I'm not going to bullshit you and say that's my fault or, you know, someone else's fault if you're just willingly sitting there and letting the world pass you by. Well, we're pretty much up on time, so I'm going to have to stop driving in a minute, but yeah, we've made it past our target distance, about 23k past it. I'd consider that good enough. I'd like to find a building to stop at, but I don't think we're going to, so I am probably just going to dump you in the middle of the grass garden or whatever the fuck this is, the lady garden we're driving through. I don't anyone use that word in a really long time. I think that's another one that's died out. I know loads of other words that have died out, but I'm not allowed to say them on YouTube, so I'm not going to. In any case, yeah, we are a good ways past 5,000k now, so running out of road very, very quickly. I'm going to stop in just a minute. Like, if there's no building, then we're just going to stop at the side of the road. Now, I don't see a building, so it looks like it's going to be a side of the road job. And for all we know, the next part could be 2 minutes long and we'll just be out of fucking road immediately. We just don't know. There's no way to know. Short of driving to the end before recording, there's no way for me to know. And I don't know, I guess if you could play it, because I won't be uploading this so well, then again, I will have finished it by the time you see it, but you know, if you were really dedicated early on, you could have tapped in the seed that we're on. I'm pretty much out of time, so I'm going to have to stop here, I'm afraid. You could have bashed in the seed number that I'm on, and you could have gone all the way to the end. You could have just taken a UFO there or something, and you could know how long the road is and where it ends, and you could be laughing at me now going, how it ends just there. Just where that spot is up there. I don't know what to save. Fuck you. Anyways, let's do Emmanuel save and see. Well, it's better than Emmanuel Macron, surely. We don't want him in the game. He'll shit up with political issues. Because all politicians are the fucking same, right? Anyways, here we go. YT82. Let's check our total distance for this one. It is 5046. One more part might just do it, you know. My treason, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Ta-ta.